Amidst all the global economic uncertainty and shifting trade winds, India is really charting a fascinating course.
Yeah, it's not just about economics, is it? There's this whole vibrant, creative energy.
Exactly, fueled by, its young population, tech advances, and that incredibly rich cultural background.
And what's really striking, I think, is the ambition behind it all. This idea of create in India, create for the world.
That's a powerful statement, isn't it? It signals a real shift in how India views its global role.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's moving beyond just being a market towards becoming a source of global creative output.
Right, and to really get into what's driving this, we've been looking at some interesting material, especially around the initiatives pushing this vision.
hmm
So our mission today really is to unpack this growing creative influence. Particularly useful, we think, if you're keeping a close eye on India's evolving global standing, maybe for your UPSC prep.
Definitely. And when you look broader, the influence is expanding across so many fields.
It's not just Bollywood anymore, although that's still huge, of course.
No, not at all. We're seeing Indian art getting international attention, music crossing borders, a really dynamic gaming scene.
And tech, obviously, underpinning a lot of it.
Precisely. It's all sort of interconnected.
And we saw a great example of this global impact recently with the Oscars, right, for Dune 2.
Ah, yes. The visual effects. DNA's work, led by Namit Malhotra.
That makes it, 7 Oscars for India now? That feels significant.
It really is. It's more than just an award. It points to a shift, like you said, India moving into high-end digital production, world-class storytelling tech.
It's not just about traditional filmmaking skills anymore.
No, it signals mastery of the technical side of global filmmaking, too. And maybe more importantly, it shows there's an ecosystem developing. It's not just isolated talent.
Right, an infrastructure to support this kind of work consistently.
Exactly.
Which brings us neatly to WAVEX 2025.
The World Audiovisual Entertainment Summit.
Planned for Mumbai, May next year. This feels like more than just a conference, doesn't it? It sounds quite strategic.
Oh, absolutely. It's a clear government initiative to really solidify India's place in the global M&E world.
And a key part of that seems to be this WAVEX accelerator.
WAVEX.
Yes, WAVEX. That's a really interesting component.
Okay, so let's unpack that. It's designed to help creative startups.
That's the core idea, yeah. To connect young Indian creators with global players.
You mean industry leaders, investors, mentors, that sort of thing?
Exactly. Tackling those classic startup challenges.
Hmm.
Funding, visibility, getting the right guidance.
Those are often the biggest hurdles, aren't they?
They really are. So WAVEX aims to be that bridge, providing connections to also a supportive framework for growth.
And the potential seems huge looking at the numbers. What was the M&E sector valued at?
Over 2,400 billion rupees in 2023, and projected to hit over 3,000 billion by 2027.
Wow. So WaveX is tapping into potentially massive growth.
And accelerating it, hopefully, especially by focusing on those, frontier areas.
Right, you mean AI, gaming, the metaverse, immersive media, all the cutting edge stuff. Yeah, these aren't just buzzwords. They're kind of the future battlegrounds for global entertainment.
So it's a very forward-looking approach.
It seems so. It's not just about catching up. It's about potentially positioning India to lead in some of these next-gen areas.
But it's not all just tech and future gazing, is it? I noticed a real emphasis on inclusivity in WaveX too.
That's a crucial point. They're specifically mentioning support for women-led startups.
Like Lapwing Studios and Vagar Media?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is smart, because fostering innovation often means bringing in diverse voices and perspectives.
So it's not just about fairness, it's about unlocking more creative potential.
I think so, yes. It acts as a real launchpad, offering financial help, but also that structured environment needed for, long-term innovation.
And we're seeing some cool examples already bubbling up, like Eru Canavas Technologies doing AI-driven playable ads.
Right, or offline human studios working with VR storytelling.
And those ed tech ones using immersive tech for learning, Inscape XR and Vision Impact.
Yeah, it shows the breadth of it, doesn't it? The creativity, but also how it crosses disciplines, tech, art, education.
Often with that unique Indian cultural context woven in.
Which adds another layer of richness, definitely.
It feels like this whole creative wave goes beyond just the arts. There's this interplay between culture and science happening.
Yeah, institutions like the Museum of Art and Photography, MAP, or Science Gallery Bengaluru kind of embody that convergence.
It's like a recognition that creativity isn't siloed.
Exactly. There's this culture of experimentation, and it builds on India's incredibly deep storytelling traditions.
From classical dance all the way to, comics and immersive digital stuff.
That's the bedrock for this new creative economy.
So it's about taking that heritage and reimagining it using new tools for a global stage.
I think that's a great way to put it. Transforming heritage into something futuristic but globally relevant.
Yeah.
That's kind of the essence of it.
And the energy behind it all really seems to be India's youth.
Oh, absolutely pivotal. The demographic dividend.
They're not just consuming global culture. They seem to be actively shaping what's next.
You have a generation that's digitally native, globally connected, and just brimming with ideas.
And WAVES 2025, especially WAVEX, seems designed to harness that energy.
Precisely. To give them the platform, the resources, turn those ideas into real businesses.
And again, for anyone tracking India's strategy, maybe for UPSC, seeing how this demographic potential is being leveraged is key.
Definitely. It's a strategic asset being actively cultivated.
So WAVES isn't just a summit. It's more like a movement, a catalyst.
Yeah, I think catalyst is a good word, fueling this creative surge.
And WAVEX feels like a really critical part of unlocking India's potential in the global creative economy.
And the impact goes beyond just the economic numbers, important as they are.
How so?
Well, it's about soft power, isn't it? Nurturing self-expression, fostering cultural exchange, shaping identity in this interconnected world.
Right, so it's economic, but also cultural and diplomatic in a way.
Absolutely.
Right.
And having government support alongside the vision of creators and entrepreneurs, that's a powerful combination. It really positions India as a major player going forward.
Okay, so just to pull the threads together, India's M&E sector is clearly booming, but it's also being strategically steered onto the world stage.
Through initiatives like WAVES 2025.
And WAVEX seems key to that, focusing on innovation, inclusivity, and that blend of art and tech.
It really seems like a vital engine driving things.
And that phrase, create in India, create for the world, it's moving from just a slogan to, well, a concrete plan.
It feels like a tangible declaration of intent, yeah. Positioning Indian creativity right at the forefront.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? How will that unique cultural heritage continue to merge with cutting-edge tech?
What kind of new global trends might actually emerge from India the next few years?
It's a fascinating space to watch.
And particularly significant, as we've said, if you're trying to understand India's evolving global influence and economic strategy, these developments in M&E offer real insights.
Especially for UPSC aspirants, analyzing these trends gives you that crucial lens on India's soft power and its economic direction.
Couldn't agree more.
So, if you found this deep dive into India's creative revolution useful, especially for your UPSC context, please do like and subscribe for more analyses like this.
And we'd love to hear your thoughts or any questions you have. Just drop them in the comments below.
We're always keen to explore topics you're interested in. And just to note, our main source for this discussion was The Hindu.